case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
In 1908, the Supreme Court grappled with a thorny legal dispute in Old Dominion Copper Mining and Smelting Company v. Lewisohn. The case rooted in a conflict involving discrepancies in the sale of mining rights and land, unearthing the complex relationship between promoters, corporate bodies, and the rights of individual shareholders. At the center of the dispute was the petitioner's claim that the defendants deceased and another promoter had profited off the sale of certain properties but had failed to disclose these gains. They argued that the miscommunication had breached their fiduciary duty, leading to the formation of Old Dominion Copper Mining and Smelting Company. This was executed via a syndicate scheme. The deceased and the promoter obtained options for the purchase of stock and used cash and notes to make payments to the executors and their partner, Kaiser. The lower court's ruling sided with the petitioner, determining that they indeed had a right to recover from the promoter. However, the case was mired in difficulty from the outset, as the petitioners had full prior knowledge of the transaction and had provided their assent. The Supreme Court, steering through the turbulent legal seas, acted as the final arbiter. However, it upheld the lower court's ruling, mainly relying on a principle that stipulated a corporation remains the same, even if its members change. Relevant to the case's persistence was the argument that a corporate entity could not renege on an agreed transaction without considerable justification. Furthermore, it would be unjust to permit the corporation to evade its prior agreement and obligate a single member for the whole transaction where the majority of its shareholders were implicated. This principle played a pivotal role in maintaining the decree's standing. The court refrained from issuing comments on the peripheral issues of the case, such as whether the plaintiff had been guilty of laches, unreasonable delay in making an assertion or claim, if a remedy could be obtained for a part of the entire transaction, or if the defendant could be properly classified as a promoter. Relying on past precedents, the Supreme Court concluded that landmark English case Erlanger v. New Sombrero Phosphate Company and U.S. cases Gluckstein v. Barnes and Yiser v. United States Board and Paper Company did not establish a different principle or support the plaintiff's stand. This upheld decree undeniably left a lasting legacy on how a corporation's identity is perceived, constant through member changes and unaltered by transactional agreements.
Case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsc.law, elevate your mind. Leave the stress of class.